Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday morning trading room. Bear with me here. I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting my data feed connecting, and I think we're off and running now. All right, looks like the charts are populating. So after a very quiet start yesterday, I thought the whole day was just going to end up going sideways. The market taking a little bit of a tumble toward the afternoon session. It was a relatively quick move. As soon as the charts are finished here, I'll pull over the daily chart and you can see. Come on. I'm afraid to click anything because I'll crash the charts. At any rate, as I was saying, the market took a rather quick decline and kind of went again in a bit of a sideways trading range. We're opening or had opened more or less where we left off. So no big opening gaps to consider. Wow, they are really taking a long time to load. Looks like you had your first in-sync eagle signal. I don't think it got all the way, no, it didn't get all the way to the intended profit target, but it certainly got far enough along that you would have been able to roll your stops to break even. Oh, come on, charts. Ninja 8 is supposed to be faster than Ninja 7. This is ridiculous. I'll just sit here quietly, muttering under my breath. Okay, well, it's already annoying. Wow. Good thing the market's not going anywhere. I would be really annoyed if it took off in a monster trend and I'm sitting here waiting for my charts to load. Well, I'm halfway tempted to force the program to quit and reboot it, but I guess I'll give it another minute here. I don't think my charts have ever taken this long to load. All right, excuse me. I am going to force NinjaTrader to quit. And we'll try to reboot it. Okay, thanks for the tip here. Ray says, good morning, Eric. When my charts load that way, I just use the task manager, shut it down, turn them back on without the data feed, and then when the charts are fully loaded, I turn on my data and they work. That's what we're going to try here. Okay, at least they've loaded in a timely fashion, and let's see if we can get the data connection now. Yeah, Ron says, mine were doing that and I had a virus. Okay, I'm not clicking anything until they're all fully loaded. Still waiting on the Raptor to finish down here. I wonder if it's the Geiger counter that's bogging things. Okay, almost there. Well, don't tell me I gotta fire up my charts a half an hour before the room starts. I've got one more chart that's trying to load. Wow, this is brutal. All right, well, it looks like we've got a little bit of an uptrend going on here. The market still trading within the latter half of yesterday's trading range, so at least it's not like we're missing any huge opportunities here. I wonder, hold on, I'm going to see if I can disconnect my data without screwing everything up. See, these charts were still loading. All right, let's see what happens now. All right, well, here we go. They're trying to load again. Actually, you know what? Hold on here a second. We're going to disconnect that. We're going to close this. We're going to save that. All right. Third time's the charm. Trading room's almost over, and I still don't have my charts going. Well, this is one way to avoid trading during opening range, I suppose. Hooray. Yeah, I guess it was hanging on the Geiger counter. Look at that. Well, whatever. It was a little fickle, but here we go. Disaster averted. So what I want to show you, as we tend to look at the daily chart here to start the day, market taking a bounce off of 8,000, close enough to be considered a test of the extreme, the old highs right here. And it should be pretty obvious the market just chugging along here, making a bit of a pennant type formation. So it looks like we're testing the bottom end. Of course, if we break the trend line, we should anticipate a bullish reaction, and then it's really going to be a seesaw between the buyers and sellers. Note the increase in volume yesterday. I suppose it's on par with this bar right here, but Whenever you see volume increasing, especially at a significant high or near a significant high, I'm always wondering who's loading up. What's caused the volume to increase? Is everybody leaving? Everybody taking profit? Is that why volume is up? Don't forget, futures are a zero-sum trade. So for everybody who is selling, there has to be a buyer. So personally, I think they might be loading up a little bit to the short side, but that's mere speculation on my part. And you can plainly see the sideways trading range that we're dealing with right now, and we are smack dab in the middle of that. Trade forecaster saying we are in scalp mode. Moving into swing mode shortly. We did get a trend change signal down here with the Falcon. Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to suggest maybe throwing a just in case order to short down there. We do have the market in a bracketable range, if you were so inclined. Oh, actually, we can just do this. We can throw in our buy order up here. We can put our sell order down here. And just let the market decide. Now, when you bracket a trade, you don't want to go just one tick above the high or low, because the market will have a tendency to fudge the high or low by a tick or two, in which case you may be brought in only to watch the market continue to churn. We're getting a fair amount of candy striping going on, but you'll notice we've had 1, 2, 3 reactions to the high, 1, 2 reactions to the low, but we can tell that this is a fairly solid zone, hence the OCO style order. It looks like we might fill here to the long side, so I will put a profit order in. Actually, we can do a profit order here to the short side as well. There. It's not sexy, but here we are just waiting them out. Ray making a little promotional pitch here for McAfee TechMaster. That's what he uses. Costs about $100 a year. But he says if anything goes wrong, you can contact them anytime. I've been very fortunate, touch wood, or melamine anyways. I do regular scans of the computer, but I just don't go to the same websites that Ron does. Sorry, Ron. I couldn't help myself. Yeah, those darn emails where that Saudi prince promising you half of the $50,000 if you would just help him launder his money. They are so tempting. Well, they're not making the break here. I almost thought we were going to see a break above the high. What would happen is we would very likely trap out traders. So we know there's obvious selling, right? We know there's selling here, selling here, selling here. There's some selling going on here as well. So all these traders that are selling, where do you think their stop loss orders are? Well, if you said right about there, you would be right. So their stop loss orders are actually buy orders. So if they get engaged, they're going to start stopping out, and we could see a very quick little move higher, just boom, 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 up like that. All right, so we got the number 3 signal. If we come back here with another buy signal, it will be a pseudo number 3 because we're not really touching the hard edge. We should have a Falcon signal. Yeah, we're going to get the Falcon trend change signal on that next buy. The hawk here a little bit more aggressive, which the hawk always is. But you need to be careful with the hawk, because when you see this kind of stuff, when you see a lot of yellow bars cropping up, when you see the market constantly changing direction, you need to know that is a sideways market. All right, looks like they may try to test the bottom end. This would maybe be more in line with the overall trend, well, short-term trend anyways, given that yesterday was a little bit of a bear day. 2 and 3 day pullbacks are not unusual, in which case a move below these recent swing lows should find our profit target without too much difficulty, and maybe even try to get down here to second primary support. If you were the type of person to swing for the fences, that would definitely be a good profit target. As sideways as the market has been. Oh, and by the way, this number down here, around the 79.30 zone. That's not out of reach. This was yesterday's low, actually. I think was lower than this. So it would not be impossible for the market to try to reach yesterday's low. Okay, bear in mind, I would recommend you stay with the high probability profit target, but it doesn't look like we're going to get many opportunities here today. So just for the heck of it, I will try to stretch my profit target. I bet we are still in scalp mode. Well, we'll see if swing mode, once we're in swing mode, if it progresses to trend mode. That may loosen things up a little bit from this sideways constipation that we see right now. No, we continue to waffle. Let me check the reports calendar here quickly. And yeah, nothing on the books today. What about tomorrow? Yeah, nothing significant tomorrow. I guess it's the G7 meetings that are really throwing a wrench in everything. Nobody wants to commit to anything until those are done. And that makes sense, I suppose. Cowards. Yeah, Floyd said crude report out today, but I doubt that will have that much impact on the NQ here, which is happily retracing the same numbers for since the open. Well, isn't this exciting? We might not even get a trade off here today. I was hoping to get a couple of trades and then I wouldn't feel so bad about saying I got to close the trading room early, which I do. This is wild. Well, it's a little bit tricky this way because we haven't seen a breakout yet. That really opens up the possibility of a false break. So something to keep in mind. Okay, it looks like they may try the bottom end. Excuse me. All right, let's see what we get. Whether we're going to get some bearish follow through from this. Remember, the high probability profit objective was down here near 79.46. And you can see what happens after we hit our high probability profit target. The market's starting to make that reaction. I'm going to do my best here to hold on. Can probably roll my stops a little bit. If we can break this swing, get below the median line, there's a chance. If I were smart, I would just take my money. But like I said, I don't think we're going to get another trade going today, so I may as well try to nurse this. Come on, give me this swing. See, what's happening is we're getting the cloud crossover. There's going to be a pullback, and then we're eventually going to come out with a number one signal. The time to roll stops is after the pullback is finished. So let's say the market pulls back to here. At this point, where it actually makes a new swing, that's when you can roll your stops down to here, above the last swing. Typically, I take profit on target, and that's why I'm so quick to roll my stops to break even. But in this instance, I am trying to run it out, and yeah, we're just going back and forth between scalp and swing mode. So the smart people out there will be taking their profit when they have it. All right, well, we're testing the median line. Well, I'm debating taking my stop down a little bit more, whether this move here is actually going to continue, or if we're still going to see a bigger pullback, maybe even a hard edge bounce. You know, if you're going to try to run out a trade, you have to be serious about running out a trade. We're going to start encountering these lows, these pre-market lows, and yesterday's lows right here. You can see the overnight terribly, terribly quiet. And now we have just hit our eagle target. So if you did not take profit on your swing target, you definitely should consider taking profit here on your eagle target. That's 200 bucks. And the market is very likely to give some sort of pushback. All right, well, here we go. I'm gonna have to ride out the swing. Okay, so this now is a better retest. A failure, in other words, the market trading below this low right here, is almost certain to send the market in search of the support zone down here at 79.29 half. A failure to do so will probably see the market rally. Okay, so at this point, we can now safely bring our stops to the last swing. And note, we have, again, over $200 in open profit. I've only captured about $60 in profit. So this is the part that's always nerve-wracking. In fact, I may tighten this up a little bit. I don't want to make them work too hard for me. And as they get closer to my profit target, I'm going to start protecting anything that has a wick to it. All right, I'll take profit here if they reverse on me. All right. They are likely to try to get back down there to that support zone, but you know, given the kind of day it is, a one and done, I'm okay with that. Because we are due for a pushback. Well, we're still within the broader trading range that's been established. But for the short term, it looks as though we may have something resembling a trend. And now this quick little hiccup, this is very much like a test of the extreme, which makes me so glad I took profit when I did, as a larger pullback does seem likely, maybe even more sideways trading, which is going to be loads of fun. Although you have to give a slight preference to the sellers at this point, I think. Yeah, just a little more sideways trading. All right, gang, I'm going to need to close the room here at the bottom of the hour. If you're going to slug it out today, I think a pullback, maybe not as high as 79.59 3/4, but I think a pullback somewhere to this region where we broke out, somewhere in this zone, is very likely. After which is going to be do or die for the sellers, I think. So they owe us at least one more move lower. You could throw your just in case order to short below these lows and wait them out. Or wait for a proper signal to emerge after we encounter that 79.52-ish zone. All right, everyone. This has been such fun. Let's do it again tomorrow. I'll talk to you then. Bye for now.